Employability skills, class 10th, code 402, communication skills we are talking about. Barriers to effective communication. So, for any conversation, what are the normal barriers or the roadblocks, or what are the problems, you can say? So, in order to have a good conversation, effective conversation, whenever you talk, there are certain barriers which will come. Or if you talk and if something comes out, the conversation is good. So, there are different methods of conversation. First is non-verbal, then verbal, then visual. So, in this, we talked about three types of conversation or communication. That is verbal, where you speak or write. Non-verbal, you use your gesture, expression, the posture, the touch, the intensity of voice. Then comes the visual, that is, it is independent of the language, because one picture means 10,000 words. Now, how to make it effective? So we have, because even if you're talking about your household conversation or your professional or work business conversation, communication, there are certain ways you can develop all these skills. Either any communication we are talking about, any of the communication. So these are called 7 C's. So when two or more people are talking, what are these 7 C's? First, let us see one by one the word, what does it mean? Then we'll go to the detail. Clear means the conversation has to be clear. Concise means to the point. Concrete means it should have gravity. Correct means to the context it should be, not wrongfulness should not be there. Coherent means the topic, whichever topic is there, you need to talk on that topic. Okay, you are talking about corona, talk about corona. Complete means don't leave conversation in between. Talk to the fullest. Courteous, your sound, your language, your words should be kind, should be, respectable, acceptable. Any of these 7 C's, if it is not there or absence, then there will be always some or the other miscommunication. So let me again go back to these 7 C's and let us discuss them again. As I said, 7 C's, C is the first letter. Okay? Whenever there is a communication, it needs to be effective. It will be effective if you talk clear. That is, be clear about what you want to say. Should be very clear about what you are intending. Half other person is understanding, half not. There is no point in communication. Concise, that is, you have to be using simple words. Say only what is needed. Don't be Shashi Tharoor. Use very simple words. Use one word for 10 words. Concrete, that is, again, concrete means use exact words and facts. Don't talk vague. Don't use, bad words or non-contextual words. The basic thing while writing, even speaking, while writing, is your spelling and grammar. Don't write wrong grammar. Coherent means words should make sense and should relate to the topic you are conversating. That is, it should relate to the main topic. Okay, coherency should be there. Completeness means it should include all the needed information. That is, whatever you have decided, whatever you have prepared, talk about that. Don't jump in between. And courteous is very important. Be respectful, be friendly, be honest, use good words, use kind words. Always be polite. Use a moderate tone and a lower voice. Okay? Chi, now, oh, this expression should not be there. So for an effective communication, whenever you talk, you might have felt there are certain barriers. And we need to come over or come across these physical barriers, linguistic barriers, interpersonal barriers, organization barriers. So what is physical barrier? Physical barrier is that two people are not together. It can be environmental, it can be natural condition. So the sender and receiver, they are not able to, you are not able to see the gesture, you're not able to see the body language. There are so many things. So gesture, posture, general body, you are not able to see. So this is a physical barrier. For example, when you talk to a person on phone and when you actually meet, there is a wide difference of this conversation. For instance, the text message, the face-to-face message is always good. That is, text message is less effective than the face-to-face communication like this, right? So better is to talk one-on-one. Linguistic barriers. Now, as you see, every part of the world speaks different language. So this is the linguistic barrier because of the language. So inability to communicate in a language, right? Because this is a language barrier. Because this is the most common communication. Even if you talk about a country, say India. So Indian and Chinese, okay, the language barrier can be there. But what about the people who are living in Uttar Pradesh and Tamil Nadu? They have different language. And there are certain cultural ways also, sometimes you misunderstand people, sometimes you misinterpret people because of the language, right? So this happens because of the linguistic barrier. Culture is different, language is different. For example, the slang. Sometimes in certain, I don't know nothing. This is how it is spoken by the, English people, like US people. But for us, it is very different. This can be slang for us, but this is natural language for them. Professional jargon, the people who use professional jargons which are not being understood by others. And various regional colloquialism, that is, there is a boundary in which certain things are being spoken. That is regional, and you don't know about that, and people don't know about that, right? And there are certain barriers also of culture and language. So when you are not able to understand linguistically, this is a linguistic barrier. Okay. So physical barrier, linguistic barrier. One more barrier is interpersonal barrier. Interpersonal barrier is basically, emotion, feeling is there. That is, if you want to talk to a person, the other person is not ready to respond. He or she is not ready to talk. He doesn't want to express any of the feelings or views. So this is between two people or multiple people. Interpersonal barrier. Even if you talk someone, what happened? She or he may say, nothing, I don't want to talk. So this is the interpersonal barrier. This is, for example, if you see here, an example of mainly in the husband-wife relationship, friends and girlfriend-boyfriend, this problem comes. See, this person has come on the stage and he has a stage fear. That is, some people may not want to communicate. There are personal differences. There is already a biasing or some fight or some other thing. So this is an interpersonal barrier to the communication. Now coming to organizational barrier. Now there are certain organizations whose formation is such that is the structure. There are certain standards, the rules and regulations, the procedure, the policy, the behavioral norms which are being laid out, and which makes the other person, which makes the employees or the people who are working, they become very reluctant to talk, right? So the free flow of communication, it doesn't happen. Mainly the RR, that is, the people, say the employee and the employer. So maybe the rules are so stringent, the employees doesn't want to talk to their boss, not even to their peers. With them they are working. So these are organizational barriers because of the rules, regulation, etc. Okay. So this is one kind of barrier. Now the cultural barrier. Now, as we saw that in linguistic barrier, people have different languages. Okay. So this cultural barrier is somewhat related to that also. Interpersonal, as I said, between relationship. Organization is because of the organization. But cultural barrier is because of two people coming from different background. Say from a person who is from say Manipur and Tamil Nadu, they have different culture. They eat differently, they talk differently, they behave differently. Right? So people say when they nod their hand vertically, we normally see yes, but they horizontally they nod their head, we say no. But in certain customs, it is otherwise. It's different. So we have certain presumptions also that he is coming from some particular religion or particular caste and community. So we have a biasing. So these cultural people have their opinions. So this is also cultural barriers, right? So the all discussion, which the point is, we have to overcome all these barriers even if they come, and we have to be very strong because communication is what makes us. What are the ways to overcome barriers to effective communication? There are certain ways, because you'll always get the interpersonal communication, organizational behavior communication, linguistic communication barrier, physical. So use simple language. Don't be Shashi Tharoor. Don't be saying fabergastic. Just say, yeah, I'm happy. So if you think that you have spoken very good words and very good vocabulary, what about the other person? He needs to understand. And do not have your biasing assumptions or say left wing, right wing, say some community SC/ST or some Muslim. You don't have any kind of assumptions for them, because he may come from any culture, religion or geography. We need to be very open about, because this is communication between two people. Don't be biased, and try to communicate in person as much as possible. That is, go and talk face to face. Use visuals. That is, as I said, one visual is equivalent to 10,000 words. And take help of a translator. Say a Russian Prime Minister Vladimir Putin is talking to Narendra Modi. So there will be a translator. It's always required. So you can have a translator. They may overcome certain differences. And as I said, don't be biased. Respect everyone's opinion. For example, you have BJP and Congress people. They're fighting each other because they have different opinions. They need to respect each other. Okay, BJP should respect Congress. Congress should respect BJP because they have their opinion, and this should be respected by everyone. They are the same people of this country or this globe. They are just individual. So we are going to have to work on our communication. We can overcome this barrier of effective communication in order to have an effective communication. Now, question and answer. Which of these is not a common communication barrier? We talked about linguistic, interpersonal, organizational behavior. Okay. So linguistic is related to language, organization is related to your organization rules, interpersonal is between two parties, to girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife, etc. But the thing is, it's financial behavior, which is not a communication barrier. Which of these are the ways to overcome communication barriers? So how do you do this? These are the options which I gave. Respect each other differences. Respect. You can use a translator. If you don't communicate, how it's going to happen? So C is wrong. And using your own language to comfort. No. You can use your body language to make other person understand, or you can use a translator also. Okay. So, write down the common communication barrier you may come across when you move to a new city or country. So as I said, this is the answer you are going to write. Write in your own words. I explained you. So now you know how to write this. Okay. So this is interpersonal barrier, organization barrier is there, cultural barrier is there. As I said, you have linguistic barrier and physical barrier. So all these barriers comes, and your way is to, what you're going to do? These are barriers and you have to overcome this. So these are the common barriers. Okay, this, if you want to write in your examination or in your homework, you can write like this, right? We already discussed about this. Okay guys, this is all about this discussion. Thank you so much and take care of yourself.